yourself from the struggle. Time to ease yourself from the stress. For so long we fight in this battle, and yet we life in a mess. All where we turn now is drug abuse. So much young girls in prostitution. Tell me, what is your expectation for the upcoming generation? We blame it on world leaders. Them is the first leaders to blame. And yet still we living in poverty, and we lifestyle, it is a shame. But this man does feel that he dread, and this one does feel that he dread. But you could never know who's the dreadest man till you hear that one of them dead. A clean heart and a clear conscience. In war and violence, it really don't make sense. Keep a clean heart. Make sure your conscience free. No good in words and deeds. Then you could jump and spring. If your heart clean, put it in the air. Yeah, why? Too much raping, too much kidnapping, child pornography, big gas snapping. And if we live till 2K11, what the hell you think going to happen? When fathers raping their daughters, mothers raping their son. I set a 5-year-old now in primary school, they don't know how to use a gun. Some fellas don't want no hard-earned money. Thief is in their only resort. But as I see them early Monday morning in a jail van going to court, and from that nothing them boy achieving is everything they just lost. So it's time to put on your gun, put on your knife, give praises to the boss. A clean heart and a clear conscience. This war and violence, it really don't make sense. Keep a clean heart. Make sure your conscience free. Your golden words and deeds. Then you can jump and spring. If your heart clean, send it to heaven. Single mothers, absentee fathers, our homes now run by the youth. While we chase the almighty dollar, the TVS we substitute. As we put up towers and buildings, calling them centers of excellence. Our children keep making children, those I'm talking about abstinence. While we dream about 2020, others pray for the good old days. Today in this land of plenty, poverty will leave you amazed. While we keep searching for an answer, more than cancer under the knife. For a group talking about aspire, want to ambush the unborn life. And clean, oh, clean heart.
It really don't make sense.
Keep a clean heart.
Make sure your conscience free. Your golden words and deeds. Then you can jump and spring.
To be good in all that you're doing, keep God in your heart day by day. You're getting down every day skylarking, and we can expect to get paid. Some fellas go on no hard-earned money, them only intend to rob and shoot. But them is the first if you hear them saying police fighting down the ghetto youth. I'm afraid to put on the TV the way how this country confused. Because I show every day you're sure to hear 4, 5, 6 murders on the news. They say things will be getting better, but things only getting worse. And the way how I see things going right now, like my country blessed with a curse. And clean heart
and a clear conscience. In war and violence, it really don't make sense. Keep a clean heart. Make sure your conscience.
If your heart clean, raise it to heaven.
Then you can jump.
When your heart clean, you just dance. So my heart is clean, so watch me now.
Yes, indeed, and good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I will be with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. It's now 4 minutes after the 8 o'clock on the Spice Isle of Grenada. Not sticking tonight. We know what happened last night. We ain't taking no chance.
Grenada, and that's no kicks. I don't like it.
And for those of you that don't know what took place last night, yeah, the internet in the south of the island started giving problems. Some people, if they were just using YouTube and that sort of thing, they were okay. But for folks like me who were doing things like streaming and so, yeah, we were having serious, major problems. Yes, so even during the day today, was having problems with calls. So someone would call me and they can't hear what I'm saying and so on. So it was we had problems with the internet even during the day today. Right after the program ended, because I didn't end it, the internet dropped off totally, and that basically stopped the stream itself. So it wasn't me cutting off or anything like that. The equipment, no, it's not the equipment in studio. We always upgrading, we always getting new cables, all different things like that. We always, not the equipment. That was the internet. Yeah, that was not from us on the inside here this time. All right, just letting you all know.
Why the hell food prices gone up so fast? Transformation in we mass. The people balling.
I want to say a special good night and thank you to all of you that reached out last night during the day today. All of you that I got the calls, some of the calls I missed, but many of you that called or messaged to find out what was happening, making sure I was okay. Yes, I'm okay. It was the internet was the problem last night, yeah? That's why I tried to come on a couple minutes earlier than normal tonight, just to make sure everything is going smooth, right? Yeah. I'm saying good night to all of you on the YouTube, all of you on the Facebook. Hope that you all have been having a wonderful day today.
Does this never stop? Tell me howdy. All because of politics.
You say good night to Father out there in the Limes. Yeah, good night to you, Father.
I just say yes, I love the progress.
Good night to Mr. Handsome, eh?
Killer suggest. But then I remember John Thomas was the one who led the protest. But now we robbing up the same white boys like a bed bug in the night. But just remember the local workers and make sure that you treat them right. Don't leave them balling with them out close. Oh God, baby, Jesus is up the blows. Grenadians balling.
Just to give you all some information of some of the activities that are coming up.
You expose my people balling with them out close.
Yeah, you've got the meet and greet out there in Ford with Mrs. Amanda Japal George, the new National Party candidate for St. Andrew Southwest.
Be careful with the tons when you.
That's going to be out there in Chimney Hill by the shop.
Why the hell you remove the cap from the gas? Transformation in we mass. No one tell me tanky can't.
It starts at 6:30 this Friday, the 19th of June.
Wrong inducted to glass. Transformation in we.
Yeah, you know the 19th of June is a kind of day, you know. Yeah.
Transformation in we mass.
So it's a meet and greet that's going to be taking place out there in St. Andrew Southwest and Chimney Hill by the shop, starting 6:30 this Friday. Come out and meet, greet, interact with Mrs. Amanda Japal George, the new National Party candidate for the St. Andrew Southwest constituency.
Politics. You say hush me mouth cause.
The new National Party St. Andrew Northeast constituency branch, they've got the Dad's Hawaiian Night Out, honoring Dad's Love and Sacrifice dinner. All right, so that's going to be taking place at Blueberry Hill this Saturday from 6 p.m.
He said a little walk that he
They've got loads of prizes to be won, including the father with the best Hawaiian shirt.
back he vote, cause that is one thing he regret. Because apart from all those gallant fest,
It is celebrating the kings of our families.
Indian balling.
So you get all your bad Hawaiian shirt and head on out to that one up there in Blueberry Hill. Boy.
That is up the blows.
Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters, showing her appreciation and the appreciation of the entire constituency for the fathers out there, yeah? So that's the St. Andrew Northeast constituency.
Oh God, and this is up the blows. Grenadians balling with them out close. What
Yeah, don't worry, the thing looking kind of yellow there. That's Follow Me Fitness, you understand? Yeah.
you riding wrong on such a high heart.
And so those of you that want to make sure that you're looking proper on the road for the carnival, yeah?
If you love this song, well read.
They're starting on the 6th of July to the 30th, yeah?
If you don't like this one, is there you go.
They'll give you some more information on the venue and the times. But remember, your fitness, a fun, community, positive vibe, transformation, everything, yeah? And remember, during Follow Me Fitness last year is when they raised some funds for little Kalani and stuff. Yeah, so it's a positive thing. Go on out there, exercise, and those of you that know that you want to go and play mass and them kind of thing, yeah, you want to make sure that everything in place, nice. You could go on to Follow Me Fitness and you could take part in that. Yeah, nice, beautiful. Then remember, Saturday, July 11th, that's the date of the 3rd annual Exquisite Fair, an evening of elegance, style, and class.
Tell me howdy.
And you are cordially invited by the New York New National Party support group, yeah? There's a lot of new in that one, boy.
I just say yes, I love the
Music by DJ Jude and Small Clothes. Starting time 9 p.m.
Thomas was the one who led the protest. But now we rubbing up the same one.
And you're going to have the political leader of the New National Party, the Honorable Emlyn Pear. She's going to be in the house.
And make sure that
Along with Deputy Political Leader Honorable Norland Cox. Two lovely people, Mrs. Nolene Thompson and Dr. Adrian Joseph. And other executive members of the New National Party. Price only $125. All inclusive. You're getting your dance, you're getting your food, you're getting everything. Watch. $125 all inclusive, yeah? That's going to be taking place at the Top Civic Center, 1098 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11203. And for your tickets, you can contact Aisha Oliver. You're seeing the number there, ain't it? Right? Nice, yeah.
Move the cap from the
Kathy Albert.
nation in we mass.
Wendy Maguire. Good night to you, Nursey.
Transformation in we mass.
Miss Frame. Louisa Frame. Good night to you.
Nation in we mass.
You can contact any of them and you'll be able to get your tickets off of them.
Nation in we mass. Hey.
I want them telling me by next week that tickets sell out, you know me. I want to make sure. I want to hear by next week that tickets sold out, yeah. Even if you ain't going, buy a ticket and give somebody else to go.
Politics. Politics. You say hush me mouth cause
Okay. Not rain here outside, eh? Papajo.
politics. I would never take me death like a sheep. Was up in Granville, Senator came right up to me as like he afraid to
Talk.
Say the little work that he get in Cultural Foundation.
They take it back.
And how we wish he could have take back his vote. Cause that is one thing he
Regret.
because apart from all those gallant feds, yes, he they do nothing yet. Canadians
Balling with the mouth closed.
oh God, baby, Jesus is of the blows. You so good as balling with the mouth closed. But the higher the monkey climb is more he exposed. My people balling with the mouth closed. Oh God, and this is of the blows. Canadians balling with the mouth closed.
Also, folks, just want to give you a quick reminder. Remember, we've got the New National Party app. You've got to get the app.
NNP goes digital. Leadership means showing up where the people are. That's why we're meeting you wherever you are with the all-new NNP website and mobile app, your direct instant connection to a team that's ready to build a better Grenada with you. Tap in to get updates, show your support with a secure donation, or share your ideas with the team. It's never been this easy to stay plugged in, speak out, and get involved. Find the NNP app in the App Store and Google Play, or visit nnpgrenada.com. Let's stay connected because when we pull together, life gets better for everybody.
Yes, indeed. Make sure you pull your phone, tap the screen, get the New National Party app, yeah? haven't heard of any other political parties having their own app, as in an app for everybody to use and so, yeah.
Like in the days when Christ was walking with his disciple, he had to endure all the suffering and the scorn. But like he himself has said in the Holy Bible,
yeah, I've got several things to get into tonight. Just making sure I hit my magic numbers before I get into them, because remember last night we weren't able to get into our stuff last night. So we need to get into a lot of it tonight, eh? Yeah.
you will prove to be a deceiver, whose mission is to ensure that everything fall on flat. To put on the armor, put on the armor, is what you deserve. Put on the armor of love. I'm wearing the breastplate of righteousness, so they can't jump up on my chest. I'm protected from above with the armor of love. The gift of life we ought to preserve with the armor.
Yeah, we've got to talk about the post-cabinet press briefing today, eh? So I've got a lot to say about that post-cabinet press briefing. A lot, yeah?
Just practice what I told you now.
But last night I was speaking about GBN and the fact that there was a guest that was invited, and that guest never made it onto the program. And the guest put out, that's Dr. Kenrick Carter. I had read his post that he made about not being allowed on the show, and he took the opportunity as well to reiterate his points that he has been making on various other fora about the issue of the murder of those two horses, Sunshine and Moonlight, here, about the murder of those two horses that took place.
So happy, they turn me enemy.
State-sanctioned murder, eh? Not just murder, you know. Nobody can just get crazy and go and shoot the horse. They were ordered to go and do it, yeah? State-sanctioned.
Is what I deserve. I put on the armor of love. I wear the belt of the gospel of truth. You can't take.
But you know, the strange thing there is that GBN bowed to the government. The government said, the two representatives there said they don't want that individual on with them. They're not going to be on with that individual. And GBN, from what we've been told, decided that they're going to bow to them. They didn't try to compromise. They didn't try to say, well, okay, well, if all you want to go. Because at least his story going to come out. Because if they had taken that approach, definitely the two individuals would have stayed on the program. If they wanted to get up and go, GBN would have had the opportunity to say, well, they were here and they left. But to do that to a guest, to bring a guest, make them put down whatever they're doing and get ready and come down there early, as Dr. Kenrick Carter did, come down there early. And then after you do all of that, you make the individual leave and tell them, well, the other two people say they can't stay on there with you, so you had to go. No, you didn't do that, no.
The armor of the giant named Goliath.
They were representing government, you know, so they were representing us. They were not representing themselves. So the permanent secretary and the chief veterinary officer were not representing themselves. They were not representing Cummins and Williams. They were representing the government of Grenada, which is representative of us. They were representing us. And I know we were not afraid to hear what Dr. Kenrick Carter had to say. Maybe they, as the individuals, as Dr. Cummins and Mr. Williams, maybe both of them were afraid of what he had to say and questions he may have posed directly through the host to them on live on air. But when it came to the rest of us, we had no problems with him being there. In fact, many of us looked forward to him being there.
To put on the armor, put on the armor is what you...
And as if to add insult to injury, then the following day you have the leader of His Majesty's opposition on GBN, and she is asked a question and she's explaining. She was asked 3 questions, and when she's on the last one, the one that I know a lot of people want to hear, her response regarding, all of a sudden they cut the live. They didn't interject. They didn't get the host and say, because that ain't come from the host, that is from Master Control. So that had nothing to do with the host. So I see some people like they want to blame the host. No, you can't blame the host for that. The host is not the one that has prolonged the video. That comes from Master Control. So Master Control pulled along the video and they cut the presentation by the minister, by the soon to be Prime Minister, but the leader of His Majesty's opposition. They cut it. They didn't even say, well, okay, let's give the host some time to interject and say to her, well, we've run out of time. Any final words? Nothing like that. They just pull along the thing and they say they go on to some special broadcast or whatever it is. Next thing you see, all kind of ad by certain organization start to pop up and so. So you understand something taking place. When I say what I say last week, some people was upset. Because it does message, you know, if somebody say something and somebody upset, they go message me, they go give me a little call, they go meet me and they go tell me. So some people didn't like what I was saying about GBN. Some people did not like the fact that I said what I said about the Grenada Broadcasting Network and that something is taking place there that needs to be addressed. Some people didn't like it. But I was not lying. Because you see it for yourself now. You see it with Dr. Carter, you see it otherwise, you're seeing it taking place now. So you understand that there is an issue there that needs to be resolved. I don't know if it's at the management level, I don't know which level it is at. But there is an issue and that issue needs to be addressed. Yeah? There definitely is an issue. Nice? Yeah.
People together, you will always find a Judas Iscariot. A certain friend in me you will prove to be a deceiver, whose mission is to ensure that everything fall along flat. To put on the armor, put on the armor, is what you deserve. Put on the armor of love. I'm wearing the breastplate of righteousness, so they can't jump up on my chest. I'm protected from above with the armor of love. The gift of life we ought to preserve with the armor of love. Just practice what I told you now. Never be
Let me say good night to you, Giza.
size you. Just stay humble, be as vigilant as you could be. Cause no matter how you try to be an example, you will always find some of them going to disagree. Look how long I'm trying to rule the Kaiso monarchy, and then finally God bless me to wear the crown. The same people who I thought would have been so happy, they turned me enemy and trying to fight me down. But I put on the armor, I put on the armor
Yes, indeed.
I deserve. I put on the armor of love. I wear the belt of the gospel of truth. You can't tie the roots, man. Foot I'm protected from a.
This man, I'm waiting to hear you for this year. You know, I ain't hear the song yet. I'm waiting. Yeah.
You ought to preserve with the armor of love. Put on the armor of love that he may be able to.
And you know, folks, today I was going through social media and I saw a posting. Let me pull this one up so that you can see what I am referring to. I saw this come up today. Attention all bus owners and operators across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The Grenada Transport Commission is inviting all bus owners and operators from all zones throughout the Tri-Island state to participate in the GTC, Grenada Transport Commission, registration and verification exercise. Registration period Friday the 6th of June 2026 to Monday the 6th of July 2026. So they're going through a registration and so is the Grenada Transport Commission telling me that we have buses out there that are not registered, that because and furthermore, if you read further down, they said why register? Receive timely updates on programs, concessions, training opportunities, and industry developments. They say to access fuel rebates and other sector supportive initiatives. Ensure your information is current and up to date. Position yourself to benefit from the upcoming 50% tires and parts concession program and other government-supported initiatives. Yeah, and they tell you the location. They tell them come in with the insurance and license, bus sticker number, police record, banking information. Now, my simple question is this. Simple questions. One, so you're telling me that nowhere within the government system, nowhere there is a listing of all the buses operating in Grenada right now? So you all don't know all the buses on Zone 1. You all don't know all the Zone 2 buses and Zone 3 and Zone 4, Zone 5, Zone 6. You all don't know all the buses? Is that where we're at right now? Because I'm pretty sure through the Ministry of Finance, because one thing for sure, the busmen and them does have to pay, and they does pay. That is one thing we know for sure. So are you saying that these busmen are not registered? You all don't know that they're registered? Or is it that you all are registering them into a new program? And if so, why so? Because, and I'm saying why so, because, and busmen, I know you all listen on a nightly basis, or if you don't listen immediately, just listen in the morning. They're asking you all to come in and register. I'm saying that as far as I know, in order to have that sticker, you're already registered. That's the first thing. In order to have that sticker in the first place, you're already registered. To be able to operate on the road, you have to go and pay your various fees and so into the Ministry of Finance, which keeps a record. There's a file, as a good bus partner of mine from St. Andrew does say, there's a file inside government on every single bus owner, every single bus being operated in the state of Grenada, Carriacou, and even the one in Petit Martinique. There is a file on all of them. So you can't come and give the impression now that you're now going and register. I mean, all you want to look like all you're doing something, so we understand. The GTC, they want to look as though they're doing something, so we understand. Yeah, you all didn't have to build the bus terminals. You all got them. They transferred them from the Port Authority over to you all. Bravo. Okay, right. But now asking the bus drivers to come in and do a process that you all could basically do, because I'm sure not only the route stickers, but as we all know, vehicle, you have to go and get your vehicle checked and so on to get your sticker, your other sticker, your 2027 sticker. You must go and get that. So you must go and do, you check your tires and they check all your things. Yeah, you must do your inspection. So they have the information on all these buses. But the key thing here is this. They're speaking of doing this as a means of getting the concessions and so on. And as far as we heard from the Prime Minister, as far as we heard from the Grenada Transport Commission as well, the concessions, yeah, on tires and vehicle parts and so on, and the fuel rebate was supposed to be paid through the National Bus Association, so that the members of the National Bus Association are supposed to be the ones who are benefiting from it. Now, as far as I've heard, when they did check, at the end of the day, that meant only about 10% of the buses that are on the roads in Grenada were benefiting from these concessions and all these things that they say they had to get. Only about 10%, if that much, of the buses were benefiting from it. The majority of others were not. So is the Grenada Transport Commission saying to us now that they are taking the responsibility for passing on the rebates and the concessions and so on away from the National Bus Association and placing that responsibility in the well, not National Transportation, but the Grenada Transport Commission? Yeah, because not only those buses there, they had it for up in, I think this one is Grenville and Sauters as well. They're going to be, well, today was the day for Grenville Bus Terminus. Yeah, today was the day. Today's the 7th. Yeah, today was the day for it. And Friday for Sauters Bus Terminus, for them to register the buses and so on. So again, have they now abandoned the National Bus Association? Are they going to be operating, doing all of this on their own? And have they now abandoned the National Bus Association? Because I see, under the post, I see the National Bus Association asking questions, They say a respectful question to the Grenada Transport Commission. Since its establishment, what recommendations has the GTC made to the Minister of Transport, and which of those recommendations have been implemented? The CDB-funded transport study was conducted to guide the future of transport in Grenada. What recommendations came from that study and what has been implemented? While bus operators continue to be scrutinized, thousands of private vehicles are imported annually, contributing to congestion, longer commute times, and increased emissions. What is the long-term plan for reducing traffic congestion, encouraging greater use of public transport, creating transport hubs and park and ride systems, modernizing the public transportation sector? Grenadians deserve to know the vision, the progress made, and the roadmap ahead. We ask these questions respectfully in the interest of improving transport for everyone. And that is posted under the same stuff that you saw coming out there. Because it seems now to me that the responsibility for this, and there must be a reason, there must be a specific reason that those responsibilities are now being taken away from the National Bus Association and placed in the statutory body, the Grenada Transport Commission. There must be a reason for that. And I know that one of the recommendations that a caller onto this program made, caller, if you're there, call. Yeah, if you're there, call, Papa. There was a recommendation that they made to forego the National Bus Association. You could go through, you have all the information as government to go ahead with it. Is it that they have now taken on board his recommendation? I know he said himself and another bus driver went in. So is it that they're now taking up their thing? And if so, why so? Why have they moved from what existed before? There must be a reason. It could be good. It could be bad. Whatever the reason. What is the reason that you all have now moved from the National Bus Association over to the Transport Commission? There has to be a reason for that.
Armor is what I deserve. I put on me armor of love. I wear in the belt of the gospel of truth.
440737. You can call us on WhatsApp. You can call us directly as well.
The gift of life you ought to preserve with the armor of love. Put on the armor of love.
We'll come back to the busting. We'll come back to the busting too.
Of the devil.
I want to put out the different stuff and then you can call. You could call now too, but you will call,
Would always triumph over evil.
Now today there was advertised a press conference by the government of Grenada involving two government ministers. They had here, and let me take this phone call and then I'll get back to that particular one. We have... Good night, caller. You're live. Hello.
Hello.
Good night, caller. You're live. Yes, we're hearing you. You can go ahead,
Hello?
caller. Yes, we're hearing you.
But Sheldon,
Hi.
I'm glad to touch on that bus issue.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly. I know who we're talking to now. Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, because I've been driving bus at least 16 years now. And 16 years now, every year you have to go to the treasury to pay your bus license and whatever inspection fee. Right? So, are you hearing me?
Yeah, ignore the radio, ignore the stuff in the back. Talk to me on the phone. Just talk to me on the phone. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Okay.
Yeah. I know that happens sometimes, but go right ahead. Yeah, kill the volume in the back. Kill the volume in the back.
Yeah.
So
Take down the volume still?
The volume in the back, yeah.
You hear me better or not?
Yo, go ahead then. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I've been driving bus at least 6. Okay. All right, so you hear me? Right, so what I've been saying is 16 years of driving bus, Sharon. And I find it very, I find it very strange, you know.
The volume in the back, yeah.
You see that whatever is in the background,
Okay, so
they
let me
keep throwing you
continue
off.
talking.
Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah.
Right. So what I've been saying is, I've been driving bus so long. Every year we have to go in the post office to pay. But to license the bus, I have route sticker, I have everything. So I can understand how the authority in Grenada don't know all the buses as you mentioned, because if they want to get the information, you have to go to the licensing office. Everybody's licensed. Yeah, you know, and I find that it's very strange. And
Because your information is there. There's no need for you to have to go on another registration process again with insurance and license and all of that. Oh boy, caller, I know you're not used to calling the programs, but what is happening in the background is throwing you off totally, and it's very important for you to give the information you have.
yeah, so
Don't worry, the program is recorded. You could hear yourself talking with me from now until next year afterwards when you play it over. So kill the volume in the background. Kill it. Let whoever they turn it off. Yeah, let whoever they turn it off. It train you off. Yeah, just turn it off totally. Turn off the volume in the background.
Killer.
All right, so I think you see, I'm still hearing it. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Yep.
Because it trained you off.
73. Okay.
Right, you should be okay now. Go ahead.
Well, that TV there for me. Karen, hold on. Karen, come on that TV for me. Make it. Make it not on the TV, on the phone. I'm coming back to your channel. Let me kill the volume.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, you hear me better?
Yeah, I was hearing you good, but I realized that you're hearing yourself talking in the background and it was throwing you off. So,
yeah, that's why I've been hearing myself too much, and every time it takes a. Yeah, so I've been making a point with with the buses.
Mm-hmm.
If every year you have to go to the church to pay your fee, they must have a record of all the buses, as you mentioned, on the island.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand.
Yes, so I'm the same with me, because I'm trying to understand why do you all now have to go again and go through a process when they have all the information. You're not hearing me.
You there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Oh boy, this caller is having a lot of problems.
I'm not hearing good.
This caller is having a lot of problems. Caller, we're gonna have to get you to call back then. Hello?
Yeah.
You're hearing me?
Yeah, hearing you.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay. So you hear me right? You hear me good now?
Yeah, I'll keep quiet. You go ahead. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Please.
Go ahead, caller, because we already at 8:38, so you have to go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't hold on.
Yeah,
Oh boy, yeah. So, yeah, caller. Remember, callers, when you're calling, because it might be the first time a person is calling a program or so. When you call, you've got to take the volume off of anything inside. You have a TV on, take off the volume. You're listening on a computer, take off the volume. You're listening on the radio, whatever it is, take the volume off and speak to us on the phone line. Even if you're not hearing me, you might hear I say go ahead or whatever. You just go ahead, and I could say whatever I have to say afterwards. It's not that important for me to. We want to hear from you, and especially as a bus driver. And I know that you're in Sister Isle, but as a bus driver and an individual with 16 years experience, you heard what he said. They have to go and pay every year. They have to bring in the information and so on, because they can't just be driving on the police stopping you and asking for your documents. So you can't just be driving. So to tell them, because again, the other thing is you're asking the bus drivers to bring in police record. So they have to go and get a police record. Look what the drivers have to bring. So in order to register, you have to go and get insurance. And your insurance and license, well, you must have that. And your bus could not have been certified to run on the road in the first place if you don't have license and insurance. So your bus must be licensed and insurance. And must have it insurance. In fact, for it to be licensed, you have to have your insurance. So we understand that. Your bus sticker number. Well, you can't run a bus without a sticker. Yeah? So you must have that. We understand that. But then you mean now, every one of the bus owners now had to go and get a police record. And they have to go now and get a copy of the banking information to bring in as well. I find that is unfair. Honestly, because you have to pay for those things, you know. You have to pay to go and get your police record, and in some institutions, you had to even pay to get your banking record. Some, not many. So I had to go and get your banking information and present to them. And when you say banking information, what are you really asking for? Are you just asking for this person has that bank account at that bank, or they have that account number at that credit union? Or do you want to know how much money they have in the bank account too? Because if I was a bus driver, I would have think you want my banking information and so on because you want to bus a tax on me. And drivers? And owners? I would have think that if you're asking for all this information that you already have already, you already have my insurance and license information. You already have my bus sticker number. You're asking me for a police record I have to go and pay to get now. And then you're asking me as well for my banking information. I think probably you want to check and see how much money you have inside there. You want to tax me? You want to know how much I'm making on a monthly basis because you want to bust a little tax on me or something? I'm just asking a question. It don't have to be that is what they want to do, but I'm asking the question. Because I'm pretty sure many of the bus drivers don't know they have to go through this process right now. I'm pretty sure. How much all you had to pay for how much trip all you had to make before you could pay for the police record? Tell me. How much trip? I can't remember how much our police record. How much trip all you had to make before you could pay for the police record? And then all you had to come off the road for a period of time according to the banking information that they need, because I ain't see they say specifically what banking information. So we have to ask ourselves these questions. Yeah? We must ask ourselves these questions. So like the caller who called a while ago, they're driving for 16 years. You're telling me that he has to come off the road now to go and organize police record and all these kind of thing? Come on, seriously. And what are you going to do if a bus driver come with a police record that says he has so much traffic infractions and so on? Because it has some fellas have a lot. It has some fellas at 30-something and 40-something and more infractions and all kind of thing. Remember it at a time, man used to be going to jail and thing on this thing. Yeah, it at a point in time, men, bus drivers was getting sent up to jail, and so conductors and all was getting sent up to prison, spend the weekend. Hey, go up and spend a few days. Them kind of thing was taking place. I'm not sure if that's taking place as much now. I don't hear about it. But I know before men used to get sent up. Yeah? So we ask ourselves, if they come with a bad police record, does that mean they won't qualify for any of the things? If they come with a police record that say, look, they get 12 tickets, 1 per month for the year last year, or they get 20-something tickets, does that mean they won't qualify for the concession? Does that mean they won't qualify for the fuel rebate? What's the need for the police record at that point in time? All these questions have to be asked, yeah? All these questions. But as I said, we'll come back to the bus one. We ain't done with that by a mile. So we'll come back to the bus issue again. But I was also mentioning that the government of Grenada had a press conference today. This is what was advertised, that we would first have information, updates from the Ministry of Education, and then updates from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Minister David Andrew, the Minister of Education, was advertised on that press conference. Not me say, the government of Grenada say, look at right here in writing. Yes, June the 17th, that is today, at the, starting the set up equipment by 9:45 and them kind of thing. Only for the press conference to start, and Well, I can remember hearing that maybe they say why the Minister of Education and the Ministry of Education was not there, but we ain't seen nothing from the Ministry of Education. Why are you hiding ministers like that? All you having all sorts of things. Last week, all you had things in relation to the Ministry of Education, no minister. All you hiding. All you had things in relation to agriculture, all you hiding them Andrews. All you hiding the Andrew and all you hiding the Andrews. Yeah? All you hiding them. All you hiding them Andrews. About 3 of them. Andrew and Andrews all you have in the cabinet there. About 3 of them. Yes, about 3. It have David Andrew. It have Lennox Andrews. And then it have Tevin Andrews. Yes, all you have 3 Andrews inside there. But why all you hiding them Andrews on mainland? Well, that one up, they make sense putting out anyway. But why all you hiding them Andrews? Yeah? Are you all hiding them or are they hiding from all you? What is the issue that the Minister of Education 2 weeks in a row missing in action? We know he trying a little thing in St. Andrew. He ain't going to get through. He getting more licks than he get the last time. He getting more licks than a school child back in the 1970s who didn't do their homework and went to school dirty. More licks than them. Yeah? That's why he getting up there right now. And where see Sister Emily used to be a teacher, she pressing it on him. Yeah? Why? Where's all the problem? Why all of a sudden all you hiding ministers? Yeah? What is the issue that you all are hiding ministers right now? And then we get buff because the minister of Foreign Affairs, he had to give us a little buff when he come. We get buff, no? Yeah, we get buff. When he come and he talk on the post cabinet, we get buff. Let me hear.
In recent times, I'm sure that many of you may have heard all sorts of statements concerning Grenada's visa policy. Some of them quite outlandish, some of them reflective, I would say, of a self-hatred, a learned self-hatred on the part of some black people. I'm going to be blunt about that.
So because we've questioned, we heard that they had a visa. We heard that Nigerians could enter Grenada without a visa. And because we heard that from other people and we didn't hear it from the government and we asked a question, does that mean that we have self-hatred and we don't like ourselves and we don't like black people? I mean, we getting buff. We getting buff. Daddy buffing us. We wrong. Don't ask no question.
Who look like us impute that people from the mother continent should be barred from coming into Grenada. We can only shake our head in pity.
But Minister, you're lying. Nobody and say that people from the mother continent must be barred from coming into Grenada. We had questions about the types of people from the motherland that are coming to Grenada. Because just a couple weeks ago, an issue which is now under active police investigation took place with some of the people all you bring from the mother country. And they interfere, sexually molest and assault our young ladies at the hotel. You and your cabinet know that is a fact. You all know that is a fact. It's under active police investigation. The Prime Minister knows because he spoke to the young ladies that that matter is under active police investigation. So if just about a week after that whole thing happens in Grenada, you hear that all the same set of people have been rewarded with visa-free entry into Grenada, you have to ask questions. But no, we shouldn't ask no questions. Take both.
In recent times, I'm sure that many of you may have heard all sorts of statements concerning Grenada's visa policy. Some of them quite outlandish, some of them reflective, I would say, of a self-hatred, a learned self-hatred on the part of some black people. I'm going to be blunt about that. When we hear people who look like us impute that people from the mother continent should be barred from coming into Grenada, we can only shake our head in pity at the ignorance of such people.
You take both, all you. Take both. All you say bar the people, or all you was concerned because of the kind of people that came in and the things that they did while they were here in Grenada, who had to put them out the shop, all kind of thing. Yeah? Who had to tell the whole staff, all you can't work tonight. We're afraid to put all you to work tonight because of what happened. Yeah? And then, finally, we had a response from the government of Grenada regarding the visa waiver issue. We saw it in the Nigerian media a couple weeks ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago. Should be about that, time flying so fast. About 3 weeks ago, we had all the furor that this thing came out in the Nigerian newspapers, and we saw it shine like hotcakes all over social media. Yeah, visa-free entry for Nigerians into Grenada. And then when you look under the social media posts and you see some of the things the Nigerians were saying about what they intend to do when they come here, people must have been concerned. You have people talking about who is drug lord, who is this, who is that. You see people talking about all kind of things, already saying things about Grenadian women, this and that. You look under those comments, and 99.9999% of them was negative. Negative. And we're not supposed to be concerned. We're not supposed to speak about it. We heard the minister. Today. We heard the minister. Don't worry, I'll get back to the phone lines in a while, folks. I ain't forget all you on the phone lines, yeah? Let's hear the minister earlier today.
And does not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria.
Let's take that from the start again.
Let me clarify a bit of misinformation. Grenada at the moment does not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. Have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. Grenada at the moment does not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. A bit of misinformation. Grenada at the moment does not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. We have visa waiver agreements with the Republic of Ghana, the Republic of Benin. Is there another one? Yeah. And
just remember, there's the same guy that stood down in that same room next to the Prime Minister and told us that they would not sign the Samoa Agreement. While you think they signed already, they would not sign the Samoa Agreement unless it is reviewed by the public and they sure that everything in it is what Grenadians want. And so, remember, that is the same individual, this same man, in that same room, maybe even wearing the same suit. I must go back and check the video. Could be the same suit he wearing and all. That stay right there in that room and tell us, the Grenadian people, like us. That's what we just said it. He like us. And tell us that the Samoa Agreement would not be signed until they verify everything in it. Meanwhile, the person under his watch, in his ministry, one of his foreign officers, signed the agreement.
Not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. Let me clarify a bit of misinformation. Grenada at the moment does not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. We have visa waiver agreements with the Republic of Ghana, the Republic of...
Yeah, you're interested in those, and I want to hear this part again.
A bit of misinformation. Grenada at the moment does not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. We
do not have a visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. That is what the Minister of Foreign Affairs here in Grenada is saying. He says that we do not have, and let me see if I could find this here, but we know that we saw an article in it. We saw an article in the Sun newspaper out of Nigeria, and it stated, and this was on the 4th of June 2026, so not that far away, just about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Nigerians granted visa-free entry to Grenada. That was a story. It's by John. Don't even ask me to try and pronounce that name. Ogunsemor? Yeah, Ogunsomo. Right? Yeah, John Ogunsomo. Right? They have a nice picture of, all the thing NNP bill in the back here. Yeah. They have a nice thing at the work that NNP do in the Tonga St. George here. Right? And look at another thing NNP do in the back there in our stadium. Yeah. And NNP do that bus terminal and that fish market day. NNP do this land reclamation. You understand? Yeah, they're showing off what NNP do. The smart, the noise NNP coming in office, so they're showing off thing NNP do they. Right? And if they come a little more so you'd see the cruise ship terminal that NNP bill. Right? Yeah, so let me see who said this thing. The Consulate of Grenada in Nigeria has announced visa-free access for Nigerian passport holders as part of efforts to boost trade, tourism, and investment ties between the two countries. That is a clear statement. The Consulate of Grenada in Nigeria, the minister with direct control over that is the same minister who was just talking. Grenada's consul to Nigeria, not the Nigeria's consul to Grenada. Grenada, our diplomatic representative in Nigeria. Ambassador, me and Christine don't even think I will try and pronounce that name. Abidemi Sonoiki. Alright, yeah. Abidemi Sonoiki disclosed the development during an interactive session with journalists on Thursday. This man is who? Grenada's consul to Nigeria. In other words, he is a foreign office representative of the state of Grenada. This individual carries a Grenadian diplomatic passport. He is directly answerable to the man who was talking just now and said Grenada has no visa waiver agreement with Nigeria. He is referred to as Ambassador Abidemi Sonoiki. Yeah? So he said so. But here in the same article, this is what he said. And I would like him to present the letter. I have a letter from Grenada's Foreign Affairs authorities to Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Grenada has approved free access for Nigerians, and we expect Nigeria to reciprocate the gesture when he getting fired. Mr. Minister, when is he being fired? The man say he have a letter, so he lying. A diplomatic representative, because either he lying or you lying. So somebody lying to us. The man say he has a letter from your ministry to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Nigeria. And we know for a fact that that man came in on the flight that came to Grenada for African Liberation Day. He was here. He is in pictures here. He came to Grenada on that flight. So we don't know if he collected the letter from you or he collected the letter from your staff and went back to Nigeria with it. But he said he has a letter from Grenada's Foreign Affairs authorities. Yeah? To Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Grenada has, not Grenada wants to. This is a straight word here. It says Grenada has. Let me make it big. You want to see it? It says Grenada what? Grenada has. Not Grenada might. Not Grenada is in the process of. Not Grenada will like to do. It says Grenada has approved free access for Nigerians. So it's either the minister lying to us or Mr. Abidemi Sonoiki is lying to us. Somebody lying. Somebody is lying. And a lie is a willful attempt to mislead. We are not misleading anybody here because that is not the only newspaper you had them stories in Nigeria. You had it here in the Vanguard newspaper out of Nigeria. Grenada offers visa-free entry to Nigerians. So the people with the Sun newspaper, they ain't crazy. They didn't get it wrong. Yeah, you have it here in the Guardian newspaper out there in Nigeria. They had it as well. Yeah, Honorary Council of Nigeria, Bidemi, well, them are named differently. Sonoike has urged Nigerian investors and entrepreneurs to explore emerging opportunities in Grenada. Yeah. So he speak here again of the visa-free. He highlighted Grenada's visa-free policy for Nigerians as a major boost to business, travel, tourism, educational exchanges, and investment exploration. That is in the Guardian newspaper in Nigeria. You have the Punch newspaper in Nigeria. Grenada opens visa-free entry. All of this 2 weeks ago in the Grenada government now answering and tell us that is not true. So I hope they make sure that story goes over to the Nigerian newspapers that have been putting this in front of Nigerian eyes. Grenada opens visa-free entry, eyes Nigerian investors. The man say he had the letter in his hand. He had the letter. Yeah. Oh, let me go through this one here. Yeah, this one is The Nation online. Yeah, so this one is The Nation. The Nation newspaper. Oh, look picture here because there's the man. Come nothing. I want no screenshot, man. What are you doing? Come. Let me see the picture. No, block that. You ain't sending no set of message to me. You look crazy or what? Yeah. This is the gentleman. Mr. Abidemi Sonoike. Yeah. The man is a Grenadian ambassador. The man ranking there with Mr. Terry Forrester and all of them. The man is an ambassador. The man is a diplomat carrying a diplomatic passport for Grenada. But somewhere, either he is lying to the Nigerian people or the Grenadian Minister of Foreign Affairs is lying to us. But somebody lying. And that's clear to see. There's no if, what, or but about it. Somebody is lying to somebody else. And if it is him, he needs to be fired, disciplined. But then again, we know they never discipline the one who signed the Samoa Agreement because the Prime Minister was there and the Minister of Foreign Affairs was there. Two of the people that could have given the ambassador that signed the Samoa Agreement the permission to go ahead and sign, and both of them were saying that it wasn't signed and so on. Both of them were sitting right there. Prime Minister was right there when he said that they would go through it and all this kind of thing. Yeah. As far as we know, no fallout took place in relation to that. Nobody was disciplined. Nobody was removed. Nothing like that. Now we have this individual peddling lies. According to the Minister of Foreign Affairs here, he is peddling lies. As Grenada's representative, he is lying to the people of Nigeria. That is what's taking place? Or is it that he's telling the truth and the minister in Grenada is lying? We have to find out what's going on here. Because some sort of disciplinary action. But then again, we know no disciplinary action in taking place here. Because we know that certain people looking for cash over in Nigeria and things, and they're looking they're looking for our money. They're looking for our money over there, so yeah. Because there's a history. Folks, there is a history. This is not a first time thing. We have caught the Minister of Foreign Affairs lying to us before. So if I had to believe between the two, I never know Mr. Sonoike to lie to me before. Look how I get the name now. I never know Mr. Sonoike to lie to me. But I know Joseph Anda lied to me before. I know this is an individual that lie give us and tell us that, hey, we are signing the agreement until we surely okay with it. We had to double check everything. No, I ain't going and find the video and put it. That the video there, but I ain't going and put it up. We know that. Ain't it? So to come now. I try. Well, there's somebody lying. Somebody lying. Don't put on me armor of love, man. Somebody lying.
Down flat. to put on the armor.
Oh, folks, I'll get the 421-7279 number up in a short while. I had to pull it down for a while. There, yeah.
I'm wearing the breastplate of righteousness, so they can't jump up on my chest. I'm protected from above with the armor of love, the gift of life we ought to preserve with the armor of love.
So you want to know who lying? Because one man say you have a letter saying it from the same man ministry, and the man come out and say that is not true. Yeah, we wanted this Mr. Sonoyiki, that the one in the white there. I think that his wife or sister or something. She's a Sonoyiki too. Yeah, so both of them, yeah. But that is Grenada's diplomatic staff out there in Nigeria, that is staff. Yeah, you realize our Governor General picture is in the back there next to the Prime Minister. This was taken at the same press conference where the man say he have the letter. Yeah, he have the letter from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Not just a letter, you know. Wasn't a love letter somebody write and give him, you know. The man has a letter from the government of Grenada. Let me show you one more time. I have a letter from Grenada's Foreign Affairs authorities to Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Grenada has approved, not will soon approve, not may approve, not in the future shall approve, not is seeking to approve, has approved visa free access for Nigerians. And we expect Nigeria to reciprocate the gesture. That is not our words. That is who words? Sonoyiki. That is the one that said. So when he getting fired? When he getting, no, serious, man, that is serious thing that happened there, you know. You look under the thing, they had over 3,000 comments under it on social media, and that was just on the Sun. You ain't talking about the other newspapers like the Vanguard. You ain't talking about the what's this next one? The Nation. You ain't talking about the Guardian. You ain't talking about the Punch. You ain't talking about those other newspapers, you know. All you're talking about there is Mr. Sonoyiki. Just on the Sun, and he had 3,000 plus. Well, it was over 2 the last time I checked, so by now maybe 3. Yeah? Bunch of negatives. Folks, the phone line's open. 440-7377. And let me get the other phone line up and running for you all there as well. Let me get the other phone line up, yeah. Somebody lying, Giwi. Yes, somebody lying. Oops. Oh dear. Sorry, caller. I mistakenly pressed decline instead of accept. Give us a call. Let me call them back, boy. Yeah, I will call them back. That one is my mistake day. So I call him back. Okay, now see the calling on the other side here. Now let me take it here. Yes, indeed. Hello, good night. I missed them here as well. Okay, let me see. Yeah, let me see if I could get it. Let me see the best option here. Yeah, I'll call back the caller on this one. I mistakenly hit the wrong button a little while ago. So I'm just calling them back to give them the option. Yes. Good night, caller.
Good night, Shalom.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm quite fine, man. You go
Two
right
small
ahead.
points. Yeah, first thing first, the minister does lie for us all the time, right? Even the Prime Minister come on television and lie for us and saying we don't know what's going on. We have a situation with the human resource manager in Lotto and the stadium. It's the same person. right?
Wait, hold on. Go over that again. The human resource person,
The human resource manager
right?
in Lotto is the same person as the human resource manager in the stadium.
So they couldn't find somebody else to give a job?
No, you have to be yellow and you have to be for them as you can't get the job.
Oh, gee.
You understand? This stupidness has to stop. You have other people who well qualified and they can fit the position and get it.
Yeah,
So
because
give it to them.
that dotishness, brother.
That is the reason why you're having corruption left, right, and center.
My goodness.
People don't want it. A lot of people afraid to talk about it, but that is the truth. The next point, the housing authority, right? They say they're doing build back better, and they have a program running where they're giving material and support some people, right? I can tell you for a fact, Sheldon, and I ain't just saying things from my mouth, Sheldon. I'm saying things that I know and I have facts on, right? You have one particular house, Sheldon, 4 person in the house, Sheldon, get material because they jumping up and they see 4 person in that same house, they get material to do work until they sell it material. So tell me where we going wrong.
Just tell me the area. You don't have to tell me the exact house. Just tell me the area, now, man.
Once I say the area, the people gonna know who's speaking because they know because that's my neighbor.
Okay.
Right? Next thing again, I have an issue with concerning the RGPF, right? Coast Guard Department, right? I find it about time something be done, right? They have been crying for a long time and nothing has been done. The Prime Minister keep coming down there and lie to us over and over, and they come in and do the same thing, right? And they haven't been given uniform over the past 4 years. Nothing. They had to buy the judges and things from their pocket. They had to buy the thing and them to use for themselves. This is unfair.
That's
Come
why.
on, we are established.
Man, so that's what
not
get
supposed to
to.
happen. Uniform supposed to be. Yes, I ain't saying anything, Sheldon. I'm telling you facts. I was there, so I can tell you, Sheldon. I don't afraid to say that. I was in the system, and I had to buy uniform for myself. You understand? So I'm saying it because it's the truth.
Okay.
This should have to stop. They have to upgrade themselves and do what they have to do. When uniform was, we could have get uniform. They decide and say, oh, they don't want that. They will get something better. And up till now, nothing has been done. That is stupidness. They say the quality of uniform we was getting wasn't good. They will get something better. And up till now, you're trying to make all this time pass and you can't get something. That ain't making sense and you don't looking good for.
So let me ask then, because the Prime Minister has announced that, and it was budgeted in, I think the 2025 budget has that line item in it. A new vessel for the Coast Guard. I think it's going to cost somewhere around 20 million. I'm not sure if that's 20 million EC or 20 million US. Now, new vessel.
What is the money US?
Yeah, but all well and good, nice vessel and so on. But if you do not have the proper facilities to maintain the vessel, you're wasting money. If you don't have the proper facility at Coast Guard base to be able to deal with any mechanical problem that come up, because it can't just be the vessel, you have to have the support staff. Because Trinidad got into that problem,
exactly.
Trinidad went and buy a set of vessel and all them vessel park up in Stobbles Bay right now. Because they didn't ensure that they had the proper facilities to maintain, upgrade the vessels, and to maintain the vessels as a blue water vessels to go far out. They didn't have that facility in place. So what happened? One by one, they just start shutting down. Then they start to cannibalize from some to keep others. And right now, a pile of them park up in Stobbles Bay.
Well, Sheldon, I can tell you from the biggest problem they have is manpower, right? And some sort of training have to be done and rectify that and employ more people within the department. And then too much of biasness happening. The reason why you're having that happening is because too much of biasness. Thing come, thing go is the same thing. And I'm telling you, because look at that, they give they give officers promotion, right? And you're trying to tell me a man who did in the system for how much years cannot get a promotion, and they have the knowledge. You understand? You already have the knowledge. You have the qualification for the position. You are in a department where it is specialized. It's not supposed to be under regular police, or a department supposed to be treated differently, and the ranking supposed to be differently from the regular police force. The ranking structure is supposed to be different. In all other countries, it is different. Yes, I understand how they want to keep it under the police, but then give our rank in our department differently. You can want to compare a man in regular police to a man who working in Coast Guard. Our job is different. It entails different things. The exam for Coast Guard should be something different. You're doing regular policing. You understand? Then you're going to do separate training for that particular area. When you're going to do all your training and you're qualified, no, you're trying to tell me I had to come back. When I forget about regular policing, because when you're in that department, you don't deal with much regular policing, right? Your focus is more on the broader picture of controlling the borders, drug control, and so, right? So the focus is differently. Now, when you see I do so and I go outside there, and the amount of different training that Coast Guard officers have to take on a daily basis or on a yearly basis, we may say, you cannot compare them to a regular officer who on the ground. So you can take an officer, and the next thing about it, you want to take an officer from outside Coast Guard, promote him and come and put him in Coast Guard, and an officer who then in Coast Guard can't get a promotion. That don't make no sense. And the man who coming out from outside don't have no knowledge about it. That ain't making no sense.
Well, let me say this to you, caller, because I'm trying to limit the length of the calls now. But let me say this to you before we end this call. Me personally, I'm speaking of me, Sheldon, personally. I've had a fundamental problem with having the Coast Guard separate together, with the Royal Grenada Police Force. I agree with you. I believe it should be a separate entity. I also have a problem with you training somebody. Let's say you train somebody as a specialized swimmer in the Coast Guard, somebody that goes under the water, a diver, a specialized diver in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
And after that person goes to China and receive training, and they go to the US and they receive training, and they go to Brazil and they receive training, the person comes back to Grenada and you take them out of Coast Guard and you put them in traffic branch. That makes no sense.
Exactly.
It makes no sense to me. The same goes with the fire service. My personal belief is that the fire service needs to be apart and separate from the Royal Grenada Police Force. Totally separate. Because you have people that you're sending to train how to fight chemical fires. You have people that you're training how to deal with aircraft fires based on the airport. You have people that you're training how to deal with various aspects of operating the equipment, the specialized equipment that the fire service has. Then you take that man and you send him to call traffic in town. That making no sense to me. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
So I think it's time for those things to be. I think it's time for them things to be separate. But go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, last thing before I leave, concerning the horse issue, right?
Yeah.
With Vet Carter, right? He was my cousin worked in GBN, and honestly, he was already there, right? And they already advertised everything. So I don't know how the PS and them could say they had no knowledge that he would have been there when it was broadcast on television. Everything was already broadcast. So you knew all the guests that would have been on the show, right? Last minute, they just decided, the PS said specifically that if he is going to be on the show, he's not going to be sitting with him. So they have to remove him. And GBN decided they will take him out, which I find was ridiculously unfair. That don't make no sense. Come on. Waste the man's time, and up to now he cannot get an apology. That ain't making no sense, and he don't looking good, which means definitely right now GBN is politically affiliated. That's exactly what's going on. And if you're not politically affiliated right now,
which means the government go sideline you. So in order to not get sidelined, they decide to go stick on the government path. That's exactly what going on with GBN. Thank you, Sheldon. Have a good night.
All right, my brother. Thank you. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-7377. You can call us direct, and you can call us on the WhatsApp. You can also call us on WhatsApp on 421-7279. You can call us on the WhatsApp there as well. Yeah, and one of my good friends is just telling me about what is taking place when it comes to them asking for these different things with the buses. They said in some instances where the owner is different from the driver, it's a way of identifying persons with additional sources of income. So you might own a bus but you don't drive it. You give somebody to drive and you just collect your money. But when they ask for this information regarding the bus, they'll be able to verify who the real owner of the bus is. And I think we have a caller on the line. Let me go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Good night. How are you doing?
How are you doing? How are you doing, man?
I'm good. You go right ahead. You're live.
Hey, Sheldon, what happened with the Nigerian immigrants? Has put in all of us. So we came in here, within the billion.
Caller, hold a moment. Caller, for some reason I'm finding it absolutely difficult to hear you. I don't know if it is where you are or whatever, but I'm finding it really, really difficult to hear you. Go ahead, let me see. Well, call on the WhatsApp, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me take this call in the interim. Yeah, hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hello. Okay, right. I'm watching your mouth on TV.
No. You know better than that.
I'm not listening to the phone.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Wait, you come in very low. I don't know why.
No, but you go ahead. We're hearing you very loud, so you go ahead. In fact, I just had to pull down on your volume.
Okay, so yeah. Okay. Now is 9:20. What I have to say might take about 9:22.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, one question. With regards to when these Nigerians were leaving at 2 in the morning, did they have to clear customs or they just walk on the tarmac and go on the airline?
I am not sure what took place, if it was a reverse of what took place earlier, because as far as we know, what took place the last time was all their passports were collected. They were brought to the immigration officer, and then for them to clear, they didn't have to go through any customs. They just came through onto vehicles and left the airport afterwards. And then I think probably the reverse took place with them going back in. So it may not have been a situation that they had to go through the normal procedure. They would have had to definitely, before Grenada loses its airport standing certification, they must have gone through the metal detectors and so to go into the airport. That's for sure.
Yeah, because that's Grenada has a very high standard for that. Because going back to New York from Grenada, I mean, you just once you land in New York, you just walk straight out.
Yeah.
Because I remember when there used to be American soldiers with M16 watching our how we handle. So we passed that test already, and I hope nobody come and screw it up where when we land in New York, we have to go in the back and open bag again.
Yeah.
I hope they don't screw up that. All right. Now that's number one. That's the number one. Now number two. In 2 weeks, when I'm getting ready to send my monthly allowance for the station,
yeah,
I'm gonna send something extra.
Okay.
And I'm charging you with putting in. I know you like cutting and pasting. I know you're very good in cutting and cut. So I don't know if you want to write this down. I wanted to cut and paste the mother hen statement he made. Where he say he's paying the loans. The mother, you could go back and play it back if you don't want to write it down.
No, yeah.
Mother hen paying the loans. The bridges in Canada, everything, the bridges, the passport for the Nigerians, we're going to pay the teachers and everything. If you could just, that you could put them into one snippet, and you could play it like your commercial. When you play in a commercial break, just run that lies. And when you say about we giving them the other people, why the other people get, because we don't know the NDC. That will be a nice commercial break. Just let it run, and then you come back to the program. That is my suggestion. And that is not a suggestion.
You're paying for
I'm going to pay for that.
Okay,
I'm
we're
gonna,
working on that one. We're working on that one. That's a paid advertisement.
That's a paid advertisement. I'm going to send my regular allowance, and I'm going to pay for that double my allowance. I'm pay for that. All right.
No problem. All right, my friend.
All right. Thank you. Okay, good.
Thank you so very much.
Bye.
Oh goodness. Yes, indeed, folks. Let me see. I was getting the caller was trying to call straight a while ago. Caller was trying to call straight. I think I know what took place there, but I'm calling you on the WhatsApp. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. How are you doing?
Yeah, you're perfect there. You go right ahead.
Yeah, Sheldon, I was saying I put in the blame squarely on the Prime Minister, Sheldon, because I can understand you bring some people in your country. Right? You don't vet in them people to know who is who. Right? You bring them here, when they reach here again, no immigration checking people, you let them go free. And look at what they was attempting to do to the young women in the hotel, And the allegation was made about these people and what they tried. The Prime Minister didn't do nothing. He didn't keep the play, them people here and do an investigation to see what the workers say, if it's true or not true. They didn't do anything. They let them go. And you have to blame the attitude of the Prime Minister, because you as a father in a home, your girl children, your boy children, you won't just pick up some men from other country and then bring and live in the house to stay with you. You must know the character of the people and then you bring in your home and your village where you live in. But the president didn't allow them to come. I'm sure when this thing happened though, you have the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the come and say, we hate black people. We don't hate our black people. We love our black people, but we hate the things that they try to do to our Grenadians. Right? You cannot want people foreigners come in the country and do what they want to your own people. I'm talking about we hate. We hate what they're doing, and when he's speaking about hate, look at the same black people that they in the country here. Look at what he's saying. Look at the attitude of the Prime Minister. What the Prime Minister is saying. Look at the attitude of some of the supporters of NDC. What they saying to their own people in the country. Children, I want to say to the people going to carry on Pitmatic, Grenada need a leader that a caring leader, a leader that believe in the truth, a leader that believe in God. And I could boast of a political leader. She's not someone that go to church just to get vote. She go to church because she accept Christ as Lord and Savior, because she love God and she's serving God the way she serve God. But right now I see some people going to church, Sheldon. They go to church just to get vote. What I will say that people, as the elections draw close, some people be wolf in sheep clothing. But we already know the wolf. We already know why they are going to church now, to get the Christian vote. Or even if they're not going to church to get vote, she go to church to serve God and serve God with sincerity and the way we should serve God. Brother Sheldon, have a blessed night.
All right, thank you very much, caller. 4407377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. You can call us directly, or you can call us on the WhatsApp. Yeah, you could call us directly, or you can call us on the WhatsApp as well. All right. Yes, indeed, folks. So somebody lying for us, somebody lying give us, and you understand the trick they're using they know on them busmen and them. So when you have to bring in your information and so they know, hey, the guy that driving the bus, that is not the one that own it, and it's that man that own it. So that man have another source of income. Oh, so you had 2 buses running. Okay, so you had 2 buses running on the road day. So we have to get our money from him. Yeah, man cutting out the engaging us with taxes. We had to get with taxes from him because he have an additional source of income. So we had to get we money there. So okay, that is why the GTC want to yeah, but they have information there, but it might be somebody else you see driving the bus, and people may assume that yeah. So we understand what you think. Bring in police record and all them thing and them, because if it's not your bus, if you're driving bus for an next man, you're not really the one supposed to bring it in and bring in all that information. The person that owned the bus is the one that had to bring that information in, isn't it? Because it's their bank account that the duty free, the concession and so on is supposed to be dealt with. So it's on their thing. They might buy the thing and then government refund you a certain amount. Or government might say, well, okay, listen now, when we check, we realize that you're making X amount of money a month and you ain't paying tax. So that rebate you're supposed to get, we go hold on to that and hand you a bill and say, well, you need to pay that. Well, anyhow, they know what they're doing, Papa. They know what they're doing. 440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get on the inside at 421-7279. That's it. Let me take out this thing there. The thing touching me. Don't touch my head, man. Thing there. Touch my head. Yeah. Let me take out that thing from the nice. Yeah. Move you from the good. Yeah, folks. Remember the go to Fed. Whether it's $20, whether it's $50, whether it's $100. If you want to give me a $5,000, I will take it too. But whatever it is, you can send. It's on the go to Fed. Let me put it back up for a while as I say that. Yeah, you can send it there on the go to Fed. You can also direct deposit into the Grenada Cooperative Bank on that account number. Let me move aside a bit so people can see the thing right here. Now you can see the account number. It was going on my head there. Nice, good. Right? Yeah, so you could get it on that. Nice? Right. Yeah, folks. Something is not right. We are accustomed. We know that the Minister of Foreign Affairs has a record of lying give accustomed lying give us. We remember the Samoa Agreement in that same, and strange enough, in the same room, you know. The same room. So they just cook up the lies upstairs and come and drop them down there. The same room. To come and lie give. Because if it is not a lie, what the ambassador is saying, if the ambassador is being truthful, and Mr. Sonoike does have a letter from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs saying that Nigerians now have visa-free access, if that is the case, and they dismiss him or they fire him, or based on him saying that he has a letter, or based on all these newspapers picking up the story of visa-free access to Grenada, he has the letter. Mr. Sonoike, my name is Sheldon. Just send it for me. Send the letter. Just go on talkingpointsgnd@gmail.com and email the letter to me. Yeah? So if they try to fire you, I'm going to defend you. Again on bad for you, like if I was your brother. Yeah? And my brothers know bad and that's going for them. So I get on bad as if I was your brother. So send it for me. Yeah? Send it, give me. Nice. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call. You can call direct. You can call on the WhatsApp. This is up to you. You can give us a call. Yeah? They just lie. Yeah? And then when they're telling their lies, and they know that there are people like Dr. Kenrick Carter that could destroy their lies, they don't want a debate. They don't want a conversation. Nah, they want to come on the same program with him because they're afraid now. They're afraid. Because you're saying that how Edward the disease, they made that statement, the lie detector found, that was a lie. It have the disease in Grenada. They say that how the disease could affect humans and so. Dr. Carter exposed that version that the horses had does not affect humans. Lie detector determined that was a lie. They say that how it do have medication. I said that one already? Yeah. It do have medication for that disease in Grenada. Dr. Carter say, I have it. And I even give some to the Ministry of Agriculture. Lie detector determined that was a lie. We have a call on the line. Look at that.
Good night, Sheldon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sheldon. Concerning Nigeria,
you're going to have one thing I call it. You had 10 minutes a little while ago, so you have 1 minute right now. So go ahead, make research.
Yeah. concerning the Nigerian and them, right? They came, the allegation passed, and everybody talk about it, right? Now, the government said that it wasn't true, and they tried to say it was not true. But then, a week and something, 2 weeks and something after, the Prime Minister went to the hotel and talked to the young ladies and them.
Well,
trying to sweep it under the rug.
Caller, I said that a while ago, so you take it up time to say something I say already.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I said.
Maybe when I kept stepping, I didn't hear it, so.
Okay, no problem. All right, caller.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, so we don't want to do the double calls, especially when you have an extended period of time. Yeah, we did mention that. On Thursday last week, last night and tonight, we did mention that. Well, last night, you know what happened, but and tonight we did mention it again. Yeah, that the Prime Minister did go down to the hotel, did speak to the young ladies, and that there is an active. You see the police and them. Who in charge of the PR for the police? We want to know. Who are they paying how much $1,000 a month to do public relations for the police? I want to know personally, because I feel aggrieved. When I speak about the thing here, all you rush and put out all your article like if I lie. All you rush. All you fall over all yourself, head over heels. All you fall over all yourself, rushing to put out press release. That nobody ain't come in and lie, and is lie. Now that the police have several reports, multiple reports. The Royal Grenada Police Force has multiple reports. All your pen run out of ink. All your typewriter lose the keys. Yeah? All your keyboard gone through on all your tablet, on all your laptop. All you can't write nothing now. When was the right to make it look like if the leader of His Majesty's opposition was saying something that was untrue and she lied? To make her look as though she was not speaking the truth. As though she didn't speak to these young ladies and hear from them what took place. When was, yes, you, whoever in charge of the public relations for the Royal Grenada Police Force, you hypocrite. You knew at that point in time what was taking place. So all you rush head over heels, all you stumble, rushing to put out press release to say, oh, nothing ain't happened. Then all you put out a next one when somebody come in and say it didn't amount to that. Tell me about the others that brought in their reports before I start calling the hotel name next time. Talk about that. I could give you the officer name who took the reports. And I could tell you what the reports contained. Because I heard from these young ladies what took place. The same as the Prime Minister heard from them. While they put out a release now, are they waiting until Friday when people go on about their other business to put it out so that it go get lost in the news? Whenever you could put it out Friday, or you could put it out Saturday, or you could put it out Sunday, I'm taking it and I'm flying it like a kite in Easter. All you're too wicked. Put it out. All you want to play politics? Don't play politics with the Royal Grenada Police Force PR. Put out the information. All you hypocrite. Calling all your haters, and if I see you, I tell you to your face because I know who he is. I tell you to your face too. You hypocrite. Trying to hide fault? Don't try and hide no fault. Put it out. Put out now that the report, that the investigation's taken place and reports have been made, multiple reports. And tell us now what you're going to do. Are you going and send an aircraft carrier, Grenada aircraft carrier outside of Nigeria and sending a strike team to go and take the people and bring them back to Grenada now? You all knew the night before they left. You all knew the night before they left. You all knew that this thing had happened. We said it on this program. We called on the Prime Minister and the Commissioner of Police. You all took no action at all. None. Let the people go on about the merry business. What are you going to do now? Extradite them back to Grenada? For sexual assault? Are you going to extradite them? From whichever part of Nigeria they is right now? Even if they're in Nigeria, sometimes they go on somewhere else. Are you going to extradite them now? Joke are you making? Nonsense. Yes, Samantha. Nonsense. You know what they feel they fooling with that? Quick. Royal Grenada Police Force have received no reports No reports in relation to this. Then only get a report, oh, but it didn't amount to this. Talk about the others now. Same way I was keeping people updated now to try and make Honorable Emlyn Pierre look bad. Forget me, I was nobody. But the same way I was doing it to try and make Honorable Emlyn Pierre look bad. Fix it now. Fix it now. Let people have some sort of trust in all you. And folks, this is not an indictment on the Royal Grenada Police Force. I still believe we are the best police force in the Caribbean. I still believe that. I have my issues with the leadership of the Royal Grenada Police Force. I have my issues there. And I have my issues with whoever is doing the PR, because I ain't think it's a police in it. They ain't a police unless I swear they mean somehow. Yeah? One who getting thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. Make sure that all put out something and say, yeah? Because I don't think we don't know. Grenada is a small place and all don't know who people related to. That has been the mistake all does make. All feel like a Trinidadian. Let the accent stay there and fool all you. All feel like a Trini. Let the accent fool all you. All don't realize we are family here. And a lot too. Probably only know my sister and brother and niece and them is. My family big, you know. We have a call online. They look at that. Kamei, what's up?
Oh God, I did not credit.
Oh God. I know he does go.
Problem. And I did sleeping, you know. I did sleeping. A friend that called me there, you know, and tell me on, you know.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The partner in Grand Anse called me. How you doing?
I'm good. Last night I had some problems. I had problems last night.
A day, boy.
Yes.
The friend from Grand Anse that wake me up.
Oh dear.
You know when I take them tablet, it just knock me out.
Yeah, but them tablets are some powerful tablet too, you know. But
that's
glad when they get to sleep too.
Well, yeah, good night, Patty, and good night, Matthew. Mr. Watts, everybody, good night. Sheldon, you can go in Nigeria and bring them, they go bring it. They have a thingy. You know what's told not people are dead? You know what people are dead there with it? What they call it, the disease that's going on there?
Well, but that is in Congo, it's not in Nigeria. But the thing is, Nigeria has so much people and they travel all over.
Well, the whole Africa had that, you know.
But
we have to be careful.
People in Nigeria
I hear the news in America.
Yeah.
They're banning people from going there, Nigeria and some other place. Well, they try to make me spell as if she was lying.
Mm-hmm.
You see, there is a God, so you have to reveal the truth. Yeah, they have to reveal the truth. Yeah. I don't know what's going on in this place now.
But the thing is, the police not coming out to admit that Honorable Emlyn Pierre was speaking the truth. They come out when it's time to make her look.
Lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my problem.
I tell you. Yeah.
That is my problem. Same way they come out speak quick to make it look like if she lying. Same speed they must come out now and admit that they have several reports inside from several workers at the hotels.
And they could have keep them people here and question them.
Yeah.
They leave them let it go. They leave them let it go. We can't go for them Ebola. You have Ebola. I see the news tonight, you know, people jumping up. One man get better, and you're crazy. Hey.
But I'll say again, the part of Africa that has it is not Nigeria. The problem
American
is that Nigerians travel a lot.
They ban these people from coming, telling people don't go out over there, you know.
Well, considering it's American,
don't go in these places. They put a ban on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand. Hello? Don't tell me I lose Cammy there, no? Hello?
You have to be very careful. Oh God, are you don't go over there? I heard the Prime Minister tonight talking about Mr. Scott. We have to be very careful. What's going on in Grenada?
The man roughing us, you know. The man roughing us. The man buff us, you know. We get some serious buff there, you know.
Hey.
Hey, Minister Buffos, we.
But why don't fly and go over there, boy, just now? You must go now.
No,
now you must go.
Dubai, I want them go. Dubai, that's where I want them go.
Anyhow, very holy faith, Grenadians. Holy faith. Yeah. Anyhow, I won't keep you long, eh?
Right,
good night to everybody, all the loving people in Grenada. And Mr. Scott.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard this morning, when you are Grenadian, you living in America, and you give up your citizenship, your Grenada citizenship in America, and you become American. How they telling you to come and vote still in Grenada? Eh?
Well,
or you could come and vote still to give up your Grenada citizenship, and you swear in America, and you become an American citizen, or you could come and vote still.
What I would say here, Cami, is this. That
why cannot happen.
Yeah.
Because I know I have a niece that give up her rights here and take American citizenship. And when she land here, they give her 3 days. 3 days they give her. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that happen
3 days
with several people I know as well.
She give up her rights. And she came in like an American, she had American passport as an American citizen. She give up, then she telling them people in the airport, I born in Grenada, the immigration lady had to explain to her, miss, we could give you a day. Hey.
Well, Cami, I was born in Trinidad, and when I go down there on my Grenadian passport, because I don't have any Trinidadian passport, when I go there, they don't care that I was born there. They give me a week. They give you how much days. They're giving you an amount of time. They don't look at it and say, well, born in Trinidad, you know. They give you not a Trinidadian passport you come with. They give you an amount of time. And I have several friends who come back to Grenada from Canada, from the UK, from the States and so on, with the passports of those places. And when they come, they give them an amount of time. They give you whether it's 2 weeks, they give you a month, they give you whatever it is, based on what you say.
I listened to the people, Sheldon, this morning, debating on that on a talk show this morning.
Oh, yeah? I didn't hear that one.
You give up your right, you give up your green, you swear, you answer all the questions in America, on what state, and you plead to America, they give you your American passport. You're a citizen of America. You give up your rights, and the woman saying they could come and vote. Well, I don't understand what's going on now.
It's time that
I think that people frightened.
Yeah.
That's why they're making all this, they're frightened. They're not happy, they're frightened. And they have reason to be frightened. They're giving everything, everybody gets things. Anyhow, Grenadians have a good night. Have a good night and pray for your country because that's our country.
Yes,
good night to everybody who's listening to me voice. All right.
All right, Gabby.
All right, everything all right with me. Okay. We fighting. We holding on. Yeah. Boy. I have a friend, I think it's by Tivoli over there, Acoma. Forget the name.
Ahoma.
I want to say good night to him. He always come in town. He come and buy a little sweetie by me. Tell me I'm going to give him a little shout out. Yes indeed. Good night.
All right,
and my partner in Grand Hands, I used to work with him, sir. You know who it is. Good night to everybody. All right, thank God. And you all keep the faith. Dr. Mitchell, wherever he is, good night, sir. Have a pleasant night. Sheldon Scott and you too.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm warning you, don't eat from nobody.
I'm cooking home.
Don't eat the food, I tell you. Have a best night, Grenadians.
All right, my dear.
Yes, darling.
Bye-bye. All right. Yes, indeed, folks. We are speaking to Miss Cami Day. Yeah, man. We are speaking to Miss Cami. And let me say this, though. The main qualifying criteria for a voter on election day is that their name is on the voters list, which is why it is important to canvass the list. Because once the name is there, whether the name get there legally or the name gets there illegally, the only way to have that person not vote on election day is for the name to be removed before election day. And that is why it is important to canvass the voters list. Yeah? Canvass the voters list. Because at the end of the day, we have to understand something. I came from the diaspora, you know. I came from the Grenadian diaspora. Does it mean because I was born outside of Grenada that I ought not to participate in elections or anything in Grenada? Yes, I do live in Grenada, and I've lived most of my life, the vast majority of my life I've lived in Grenada. More time than I've spent anywhere else. I've spent it here. Yeah? But does it mean that I should not partake in any of the activities or anything Grenadian? No, you have to. You have a responsibility to. Yeah? I don't participate in Trinidadian diaspora things. But I am from the diaspora, and we have many people who contribute on a near daily basis to Grenada. And my only thing I keep saying is that people in the diaspora must make themselves aware, properly aware of what is going on in Grenada, so that if they are partaking, they make a proper decision. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, Sheldon. How are you?
Well, look, the diaspora calling. Yeah. Good night to you, my dear. How are you doing?
Sheldon, I'm good. I have a question, though. I stand to be corrected, but a few years ago, didn't some Haitians come to Grenada and they were turned back?
2022, if I remember correctly. 2022 or
Okay,
2023, one or the other.
so I'm trying to figure out if Haitians are white and Africans are black, because if we're so concerned about our black people and our culture and all of that stuff, Haitians have the same skin color as us. So why are we shunning the Haitians, but we're gladly embracing the Africans?
Not
I'm
only,
trying
not
to
only
figure
that,
that out.
remember, during slavery, there were slaves that were taken from Grenada to Haiti. So you had slaves that came out, some of the people in Haiti right now, the blood relatives of us, because slaves were taken from both French territories at the time, before Haiti became independent. That's why you hear about Henry Christophe. It wasn't he alone that they take. They used to take other slaves from here and transport them to Haiti. Yeah? So we're blood relatives to Haitians. Some may not like to hear that, but we're blood relatives to them.
So I'm trying to figure out, why are we shunning the Haitians? They couldn't stay in Grenada, but then it's a slap in the face for them, because they deported them back. But then if they're looking at the news and they've seen, okay, they're widely welcoming the Africans, then they're going to figure, okay, there's something wrong with us. I mean, Donald Trump already called them a shithole. So, if everybody shunned them like that, all lives matter, and we are all people, and we all have the same skin color. So why are we treating some different from others? I don't get it. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, I'll
good night.
research. All right, my dear. Thank you so very much.
Yeah,
All right.
let me know the answer when you get it.
Yes, I will. Yes,
Okay.
indeed. And some folks are asking me about dual citizenship, and so I do not think the United States allows dual citizenship. I'm not an expert in these areas, and I don't want to delve into areas where I am not fully okay. But I do not believe the US allows dual citizenship. Canada, I believe, does allow it. But again, let me repeat, because I think people are missing the main point here. The qualifying criteria to vote on election day is that your name is on the voters list. So if your name gets onto the voters list illegally and it is allowed to be there, then you can vote election day, isn't it? Nobody can stop you once you appear in person on election day in front of the people and you say, this is me, and you present ID, and you don't even have to have ID if the people there can identify you. But you have to be allowed to vote. Yeah, we have a caller on the line. Let's go to the phone line. Hello? Okay, missed that caller. Yeah, you have to be allowed to vote. So that is why the canvassing of the voters list becomes even more important. We have a call on the line. Hello? Hello, good night.
Mr. Scott.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Tell Ms. Maguire, I think I find the answer to the question. The answer is money. People that have money be able to do certain things that people that don't have money. You can't import the whole of Nigeria into Grenada. So it has to have some kind of scanning taking place with that. I have to be very careful with those things. There's a worldwide corruption things. Nigeria is not a country that is a safe country. Anyhow, that's not really what I call about. I was calling about something a couple of weeks back, but I didn't get through. I was looking at a program, RA, and I had a man on that program, which is a prominent NDC talker, and feel he has all the answers to all the questions. I ain't gonna call any name on your program to disrespect the program, but this is what I heard him say, and it went live. He said that the NNP was campaigning in his area and came about in his area and knocking on his gate. So here his 4-year-old child came outside and talking to them and said, no, where's all this green? We yellow, and push the middle finger at them. If you, like I'm telling you, I am talking facts what I saw for myself on that program. So sometimes you need to cut certain things. I mean, come on. You representing a whole organization. You think you is a PR for the whole government. Have your podcast and then going on other people's podcasts to talk about a child at 4 years old giving adults the middle finger because they're wearing green. Mr. Scott.
And that is something to be happy about, right?
I mean, really and truly. No, listen, Grenadians really have to stand up for justice, Cannot let people ride over you with ignorance. Here in this country here, where I live, the governor of the central bank made a statement yesterday to a journalist and had to come on the news today and apologize. Maybe the prime minister told him, it didn't call for. This is what he said. So the journalist asked what it is for BIMPLE, what is going to cost the Barbados government for BIMPLE. And he answered, what you're talking about, are you going to pay for it? As an intellectual conversation thing, he had to come back this evening and explain he didn't mean it in that way. But you see, here in Barbados, people don't sit down and wait for things. So the calling program is flooded and took that as very insultive. Just as how I take insultive when the Prime Minister came from Grenada to Barbados to watch cricket and come back and tell the people he has nothing to say. That is the most insultive, derogative statement any person could make. It's like a husband gone out, he spend the whole night. My wife, he come in 4 day morning. Where you come from? I have nothing to say. Excuse me. Mr. Scott, have a good night. Right, Grenadians have to wake up to reality and don't let people get away with murder. Because if they start now, you can find yourself in a real serious predicament. I'm telling you can't let people come into your country, nitty gritty, any old how. Any old how, Mr. Scott. You can't do that. And then, Nurse McGrath was talking about the Haitians. Yes, refuse Haitians. Here in Barbados, they bring in a couple of Haitians. They drive out Cubans and they bring in some Nigerians and people from Ghana. It's not people that don't like black people. It's the matter of fact is that you have to scan people. Because in every race, Chinese and Indians, they are wicked people and good people. So if you don't think that you mean you can bring in murderers, anybody could just walk into Grenada because you think you got to scan people to know what's going on.
Yes, indeed.
Because there's a global thing now that's going on. People running from one place that they're using places as stepping stones to get to where they're going. Yeah, in Barbados, I had people from Syria came here, spend 2 years, and then apply for thing and jump, and they're living in America. Anyway, Mr. Scott, the time running out, and me, I talk. So
all right, thank you very much. All right, caller. Yes, and I will have to spend a couple minutes extra because we don't lose a whole night last night already. So if folks are calling, I will stay a few minutes extra because again, as we did lose a few, we lose a whole hour and more last night because of the internet problems last night, but it ran smooth tonight. So we hope that it stays like that from now on. We don't want no problems again. So I got a couple messages there. People said Canada. Yeah, Canada does allow dual citizenship. I don't know about the US, but again, I think people reach up there. And what they need to be focused on is down here. Canvass the voters list. Because the main problem is this. You cannot have somebody who born and grow in St. Patrick, who connected to St. Patrick, who leave and come back and decide that they go in and register in St. John with no connections to St. John. You can't have them kind of thing taking place. No, you have to be from St. John to register in St. John. Other than that, it's called voter padding. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good night. Oh boy, and the caller got through. And as soon as they get through, you call back. Yeah, that is voter padding. You can't have people that because the law is clear with where you reside. Yeah? So if in Grenada, where you reside is St. Patrick, that is where all your mail does come. When people write you and you get your letter and thing, your letter does come in St. Patrick. Yeah? That is where you're from. That is everything. How you could want to decide that you want to register in South St. George? How can you decide that all of a sudden you want to go and register in St. George Southeast? Or you want to register in St. George Northeast? You're not from there. And that is why it is important to canvass the list and put a face to every name. Put a face to every name so you know that name is on the list and you put a face to the name. You make sure that you go through the list and you get all that information. Yeah, you've got to do that. Because if you don't do that, on election day, people who may not otherwise qualify to vote in your constituency will come and make the decision for you as to who your representative is. Yeah? They will come and make that decision for you. While the people who are there, who are from that constituency, because some looking at people outside, no, so the people here you have to look at too, because I just be on bus, I just hear people talking, you know. I just be placed, I just hear people talking. Oh, I like this one, I feel I go in and register day. And I like that one, I feel I go in and register day. And they go in and register in places that legally they're not supposed to be registered in. I've been saying it on this program for the last year. So it's nothing new to hear from me. That you have to be from that area to go and register. You can't just decide that I go in and register and go there. No. Remember the qualifying criteria, your name on the voters list. Once it is there, you could vote. That is why I said check the voters list, make sure your name there. Make sure your name in magically disappear from the list. And make sure that some names magically appear on it. So you have to keep checking the list. Make sure that you check the voters list. Folks, remember again, donations. You're looking forward to it. Yeah, we always have different things that we're doing. And we need the donations. As I said again, if it's $20, $30, $10, whatever it is, go to the GoToFed and you can donate. We also have a PayPal. You'll see it come up at the end. We'll have the PayPal up for a while at the end of the program. And you can also do direct deposit into cooperative cooperative bank. Yeah, Grenada Cooperative Bank at that bank account number. All right, folks. So, folks, that's all the time we have for tonight. There's two sets of information I wanted to deal with tonight. And I'm leaving it for tomorrow night instead. Because it have a set of stuff I see today. Papa Jome. I was going and deal with it today and I say no. Shall I hold off? Deal with that one tomorrow. So I will deal with that. A bit of that. Tomorrow I'm going to deal with that. And there is the other issue because I'm seeing some stuff in the regional media. We're not hearing from Grenada government and I'm just going to say this as I end, I was disappointed that the media did not ask the Foreign Affairs Minister about the U.S. deportee issue. It is an issue which I believe all Grenadians have an interest in and should be interested in. And we need this government to stop playing the need to know game. We need to know. Yeah, we need to know what is taking place. Jamaica, there's a big set of confusion in Jamaica now because Jamaica has agreed to take 10,000 of these deportees. 10,000 people are going to be deported from the U.S. to Jamaica who are not Jamaican, no connection with Jamaica, no Jamaican family. They don't know where jerk pork is. They never eat a beef patty. They don't know what them thing is. They don't know what Aki look like. They know nothing about Jamaica. They probably don't even know who Bob Marley was. But they are being sent to Jamaica. Yeah? 10,000 of them. Antigua, in their post-cabinet press briefing, said that they were told they were being sent 120, 10 times more than they agreed to take. St. Kitts already has had 3 people sent to there. 2 were Jamaicans and 1 was a Belizean. They're not from St. Kitts and they were sent to St. Kitts as part of the agreement. We do not know if Grenada already get 50, if Grenada get 10, if Grenada get 20, if government providing housing and everything for them, because we have people that need housing and thing here. So we don't know if Grenada is providing all that for them. We do not know. Because our government remains silent. And because we have a media that goes and doesn't know to ask those questions because they're not in touch with what Grenadians really want to know. Folks, that is all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here with you. In everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out. Do enjoy the rest of your night tonight. Have a restful night. I know it's raining in some areas. Have a restful night tonight as we get ready for tomorrow and head into the weekend. All right? I am out. Love you all.
There we go. Politics. tanky can't even last. Transformation in we mass. But you driving wrong in dark tinted glass. Transformation in we mass. When I start to talk, you say in a fast. Transformation in we mass. Hey. Cause old talk is cheap. I still talking politics. Politics. I would never take me dead like a sheep. Was up in Granville, Sanita came right up to me as like he afraid to talk. He said the little work that he get in Cultural Foundation, they take it back. And how we wish he could have take back he vote. Cause that is one thing he regret. Because apart from all those gallant feds, yes, he they do nothing yet. Canadians ballin' with them mouth closed. Oh God, baby, Jesus is of the blows. You supporters ballin' with them mouth closed. But the higher the monkey climb is more he exposed. My people ballin' with them mouth closed. Oh God, and this is of the blows. Canadians ballin'. What we going through, only heaven knows. Why you riding wrong on such a high horse? Transformation in we mass. And the big renters don't care what it costs. Transformation in we mass. If you love the